Hello and thank you for joining me. My name is Terry Chiplin and I run a residential retreat and training centre for athletes here in Estes Park. The name of the retreat is Active at Altitude, and we also have vacation traffic as well, so we offer a vacation base for people wanting to come and stay and enjoy the wonderful beauty of Estes Park and the surrounding areas. And this is my first in a series of episodes for 7522 Network, and thank you for joining me. This episode is called Touch the Earth and my experience so far of trail running and barefoot running. I'd like to start by saying that my wife and I came from England to Colorado, and we've been here for just over 3.5 years now. And when we first started our journey of discovery, that we didn't know exactly what would lay in store for us, but it certainly has proved to be a very eventful and fun journey. We left England, or I left England in February 2006 as a road runner. I'd done most of my running on roads as an adult, and that was my passion when I left England. And I'd enjoyed running over quiet country lanes, through small country villages, passing herds of cows and sheep, and verdant green pastures. And it had been a wonderful experience for me. I'd run on also coastal paths in Devon and Cornwall in southwest England. I'd battled gales and rain and occasional snow. And it had been an experience that I used to love. The joy of returning home from running in kind of cold rain or freezing gales, and returning home and glowing and loving that feeling of being alive. And before arriving in Colorado, I'd already been intrigued by trail running. It was something that I'd read about, and I thought this sounds kind of interesting, and it had some correlations, some cross-reference with cross-country that I'd done some of in my youth back in England. And once we moved here and we moved into this beautiful mountain home near Estes Park, that we started exploring. And wow, what a treat we've had. We actually we have a trail network at the top of our road here in Estes Park, and it's just been a wonderful experience discovering the trails around us. But I'd like to talk a little bit about running trails at altitude. That this lodge, Active at Altitude, we're at 8,200 feet above sea level. Now, that really came home to me. I think it was the second night that we spent here after we first moved in. And I was thinking about that altitude. And it came to me that the tallest mountain in the British Isles is Ben Nevis in Scotland. And it's a little over 4,000 feet in altitude. Now, we're living here at nearly double that altitude, and we are living here. And we can go up to much higher elevations than the elevation we are here. From our lodge here, you can actually run up to over 14,000 feet, approaching the summit of Longs Peak. And there are few more exhilarating and spectacular views and scenes in this world than to run to the top of Longs Peak or Twin Sisters or Flat Top Mountain. And it can literally take your breath away in every sense of the word. And you could be forgiven for looking, when you're on top of one of those mountains, that you're on top of the world. The scenery, the view is absolutely amazing. And on trails, I've had the opportunity to reach places that roads could never take me. And two of our good friends, and who also happen to be avid trail runners, are Adam Chase and Nancy Hobbs. And they're both experienced and avid trail runners. And they have a book, which I just happen to have a copy of here. This is The Ultimate Guide to Trail Running by Adam Chase and Nancy Hobbs. And this is really the kind of the guru's guide for trail running. Contains a lot of information and comes highly recommended. And they have, I just want to quote from the book. And Nancy says, "You don't have to run too far along a trail to experience the peace, solitude, and scenic vistas inherent in this unique niche sport. And there will be days when, though you're just a couple of switchbacks from the trailhead, you will meet the unexpected. And that often happens. And Adam says the essence of trail running is the ability to deal with constant change. No two steps are the same on the natural obstacle course of off-road terrain. Even if you run the same trail day after day, you will soon learn that the trail has a life of its own.